What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Sporgo. Today we're going to talk about Lady Goenitz, an absolute monster. What an insane character to have, and a character that I feel like Netmarble done a terrific job aesthetically wise on her, and they definitely filled her out, if you know what I mean. They really enlarge some things on this lady, but I really love the touch they did with her eyes, the whole cat eye thing. That was a nice thing that they did for her, and she just looks so innocent until you do her 3PG, and then she doesn't look so innocent as she shouldn't, right? And this is an amazing character, guys. She has a really good leadership. She has, the 15% PG rate. Surprised she doesn't have 30% PG rate, but considering that the way her kit's designed, she really doesn't need it because, well, she just does a bunch of damn hits. And all the new card sets that we get, for the most part, will increase PG gain up to 5 bars of PG immediately. And even if they don't, guys, she will do multiple skills, even at level 90, to where you can build up your PG very, very easy. So that's actually really nice. Grab skill increase is good. They increase damage on 30% on critical hit. It's really nice. And this is, when I see things like this, these increase damage by a certain percentage on a critical hit, that's a big indication that characters are going to be really, really strong. And then we have the decreased damage received by 80% of HP, 60% or below, which really can make this character a nightmare in PvP and really help her survivability in multiple game modes. And then also gains damage immunity for 5 seconds of HP is below 30% or below. On an 8-second cooldown, that is insane, guys. Every other 3 seconds, she can have this immunity. That is really OP for survivability. And then she increased her own attack by 30%, finishes skill damage by 10% for 10 seconds upon using a blast skill. This goes up to 300% attack and 100% finisher skill damage. It's really broken. And then immune to stun, fear, starlight, and darkness. Switches to cruel state upon using active skill 1 and merciful upon using active skill 3, and increases finisher skill damage by 100%, while cruel increases active skill 2 damage by 4%, while merciful only one effect applies at any given point. And I'll show you guys how to play the character so you can really maximize her damage, because it's kind of a confusing kit, but it really isn't once you get the hang of it. And the other thing, guys, is the character does have Limitless. So for all the players out there that went the distance and A5 this character, they're loving life. Characters with Limitless are just really, really broken because they have infinite iframes doing their defaults over and over and over, especially like a new character like Lady Goenitz, who's pretty freaking OP. In fact, the most OP character in the game, I do believe. Her first skill is a grab skill, and it does deal starlight damage. It does increase her own attack by 300%, which is astronomical, guys. And she does get hyper armor, and it resets the second skill. And that's important to remember. The second skill deals physical damage equal to 800% of attack, and then increases own critical damage by 200% for 10 seconds upon use. So this is also insane, and increased own active skill damage by 120%. So the second, and goes up to 360%. So the second skill is OP as hell, and this is a skill that actually gets reset from the first skill and the third skill. And then the third skill, guys, actually decreases enemy defenses by 80%, increasing their damage received by 100%, which really does help her. Like, you can use the character as a squirter even if she's at level 90, just because of this buff. And then the stun is crazy for everybody. And this also resets the second skill. So because the first and the third skill reset the second skill, your rotation really wants to be 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. You want to do the 2 first, 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 2. That's going to be your rotation for the character to do the most damage possible. And that's why it really doesn't matter that she has 50% PG rate, because when you're doing all these skills, all the hits that she does, she just builds up that PG bar tremendously fast, guys. It's really ridiculous. And then her default, is an interrupt skill, which is definitely nice. And it has a 100% chance to reset active skills, increases blast skill damage by 20% for towards 12 seconds after use. So you definitely want to be using this skill, and the fact that she has Limitless, this is just really, really insane for her. Now, unfortunately, guys, because of the crappy luck that I have, she is only at level 90, but seriously, even at level 9, she's pretty OP. I do have a memory for this character, and I do have one selector, so I can A to her, but I'm just kind of holding off, guys. And I do have one generic memory. Hopefully I'll get another generic memory, but that still won't be enough to A5 her. And if I tried to A5 her, I'd have to go to another pity, which I would have to get her, I think, a minimum of twice or maybe 3 times to A5 the character, which considering the luck that I've had, I really don't feel too motivated to go in that banner anymore. And then, her core, is completely unlocked, of course. And I can't do anything here because I don't have any points. That's kind of the bad thing about being at level 90. Now, this is going to be kind of a 2-in-1 video, guys, because we're going to be talking about Lady Goenitz and showing her power. But also, guys, I'm going to show you just how good this set is, because it really is OP, guys. This is just like the Virtua Fighter thing, where their banner set just bumped up their damage about double, right? They increased their damage by twice as much. And this set is pretty much the same. This set, when equipped on, well, a balanced type fighter, but especially Lady Goenitz, so far from the testing I've done, is crazy because it increases blast skill damage by 50%, critical rate by 10%, increased critical damage up to 120%, which is just insane, and then increased attack by 30% when landing a skill on a character with Starlight or Darkness, right? And Lady Goenitz does have Darkness and does have Starlight. It's really, really OP. So you guys are going to see the difference between having this set and, say, just the regular Rugal set with the exact same option cards. I'm using her option card also that we got here that increases blast skill by 30%. That's just an OP card for her. And then I'm also using this one here, which will increase critical rate up to 18%. So they're going to be doing tons and tons of critical hits because Lady Goenitz does lots of hits. So you're pretty much going to be critting all the time with this character. And then her 3PG, I have the one that increases active skill damage, but increases critical rate by 15% after using the skill. And her 3PG really is OP. Now, something to note about Lady Goenitz, guys, we need to go into the codex to show this, is that you need to have her, well, I think we need to go to All-Star here. You need to have her Limitless unlocked in order to gain Darkness, right? Because right now, all she has is Starlight. She doesn't have any Darkness in her kit until you unlock Limitless. So you see Starlight here, you see Starlight there, right? And then you see, nothing really there, right? But whenever you change shop here, then what are you going to see? Well, then you're going to see Darkness. She's only going to have Darkness and Fear whenever that Limitless is unlocked. So that way you can change her actual skills, which will make her even more OP because you're going to be getting double dot whenever she's at A5 on top of, just having the Limitless unlocked. So that is something to note about the character. If you're going to have her at level 90 or A1, A2, A3, A4, she's only going to have Starlight, which is kind of wacky, but this is something new and different that they are doing with the character. You do have this other EX core, which increases on blast active skill damage by 100%, decreases on active skill cooldowns by 90% for 10 seconds. I mean, this would be pretty OP on her too because she has extremely fast skills, and decreasing the active skill cooldowns by 90% would be ridiculous. So let's show what she does in Guild Raid, and this is going to be a little split screen view for you guys so you can see the difference in damage between the Rugal set and the new banner set. And I'll let you guess as to which side is actually using the new set. Now, when it comes to playing with Lady Goenitz, as I said earlier, guys, you want to go 2-1-2-3-2 with her rotation because you're going to reset the 2 with her first skill and her third skill. Now, sometimes starting off with the second skill can be a little effed up because the first skill actually gives you hyper armor, but if you're really, really fast, your skills are super, super quick, you'll be just fine, guys. Every time I'm bringing her in, I try to do that rotation where I'm doing 2-1-2-3-2 over and over and over to get a lot more hits, do a lot more damage. And something you're going to notice about Lady Goenitz, guys, is that she's just going to be critting the whole time. Like, look at her crits. You just see that critical hit text show up over and over and over. It's like, bing, just over and over and over. It's just showing up. She crits like crazy. The girl does a ridiculous amount of hits. It's just whether it's her 3PG or her skills, it's OP as hell, guys. And just imagine, like, if you had the Limitless unlocked, right, and you were applying Darkness on top of that Starlight, it would just be even more OP. It would just be even more OP. And something else that's really awesome about this character, and they've done this in the past, like a good example would be like with Lady Choi, where her default, you can move it around as she's doing all this continuous hits. That is crazy, right? And that's awesome because whenever you're doing a default, like say in PvP, someone's trying to get away from you, you can move towards them. That's a long damn default. They can't get, I mean, it's going to be tough for them to get away from that. They're going to get caught in all those hits, man. That is really, really rough. But in PvE, it's also super helpful because, like, say when Geese is kind of moving away, we can kind of get towards him. That's awesome. Like, you know, whether you're using a character with a range skill or a character with a movable skill like Lady Goenitz, it's sweet, right? Another thing that's really nice about her, at least against, you know, Nightmare Geese, is the fact that she's immune to darkness. So she still can take damage from whenever Geese does his Raging Storm. She can still get hit continuously, but she won't, you know, take any darkness damage, which aids in her survivability. Now, you know, the thing that sucks for me, like as a content creator, every time I make these videos about like showing these guild raid runs, is guild raid's easy. You know, we really need a different guild raid, or a upgrade to guild raid, a newer guild raid, something more difficult, because this has really just become a complete joke. But you know, I can go on and on about that in all honesty, guys. But I really want to keep it to Lady Goenitz. But the girl is fantastic. Like, she is so strong. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, even though I had the most abysmal luck, well, almost the most abysmal luck possible, there are players that had actually worse luck than me, which is not surprising. I mean, in the Leona banner, that was worse luck than what I actually had against the Lady Goenitz banner. But it's, you know, I wouldn't mind going a little further. It's just, I still need quite a few copies in order to A5 this character. But I do think she would be a really good character to have at A5 because she does have the Limitless. And we've seen how OP and how effective that can be. But look at the damage, guys. And can you guess which side has the new banner set and which side has the Rugal set? On the right, you know, we got around, what, 24 billion, right? On the left, we got near 50 billion. I think it's pretty obvious which side has the new banner set and which side has the Rugal set. I think it's pretty obvious, guys. I mean, this is a stark difference in damage. And this is why I wanted to show you guys this run, right? Because, like, you can just see on the right, guys, we hit at 1 minute, we're at 27 billion, okay? And on the left side, at 1 minute, we are going to hit 55 billion. 27 billion, right, with the Rugal set, and 55 or almost 56 billion with the new banner set. Yeah, huge difference. My level 90 Lady Goenitz could hit 110, 115 billion in guild raid, right? That is an enormous amount of damage. That's an enormous amount of damage. But let me go ahead and turn on my controller here really quick, because we're going to test her somewhere else and see how she does. Now, I haven't even tried this. I have no idea how she's going to perform here, but we're actually going to go do a little tower trial run here and see what she does, right? So let me find old girl really quick here, wherever she's at. There she is, right? We'll just use her leadership. Now, she does have a disadvantage against this boss. So that's something also to keep in mind and note. And we definitely want a healing striker. Let me click over here. No, we need a healing striker. And there we go. So let's see how we do here, right? Let's just for curiosity's sake, let's see what happens. I have not tried this. I have no idea. So 21232. Let's try it. Okay. Let's go. So you see the blue text, guys. We have a disadvantage against this boss. Oh, my, there we go. My healer wasn't coming in there. Kind of sucked. So this level 90 character, guys, with a disadvantage is actually doing damage to Rugal, which is crazy. This is something else that's nice about her. There we go. And she just built her 3PG so fast from doing all those damn hits. Just crazy. right? And every time we do this, we're stalling the timer. There we go. Nice. And remember, this skill has an interrupt on it. She is actually doing damage to this thing, guys. That is crazy. Yeah, we're just going to have to block here. Look at this. This is insane, man. We're probably going to die. But yeah, she actually was able to do damage, even though she has a disadvantage against this boss at level 90. At level 90. I don't think people will realize how freaking OP that is. That is crazy, crazy strong. Oh my God. So guys, it's really no surprise that, the new banner character is super, super OP. And yeah, she's definitely worth pulling for. She's definitely worth picking up. Yes, even at level 90, guys, she is going to destroy in this game, especially if you're a newer player. And I feel like they did a wonderful job with the character aesthetically, her skill-wise, like the kit that they gave her. She's an amazing character, guys. So let me know what you think about her. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. DD+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.